Okay, this last topic of this particular section involves using matrices to solve systems. Notice we kind of took a step back from solving systems. This whole unit is about solving systems. So how you actually do it is you use the coefficients of the systems to find your solutions. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to make it make sense. So A is your coefficient matrix. B are your numbers on the right-hand side, and X just represent the variables. So you don't have to have this memorized, except you need to remember this one little thing down here. I multiply the inverse of my coefficient matrix by the matrix on the other side that represents the numbers on the other side equal sign. That will give me my answer. Kind of cool. So all that stuff you did in substitution, elimination, you don't have to do that anymore. Yay. All right. Scroll down. I'm going to take this nice and slow. So first thing we need to do is we need to create the matrices. So let's go purple. So my coefficient matrix is 2, -3, 4, and 1. Remember, if there's no coefficient, coefficient 1. My matrix representing numbers on the other side. Since I have two matrices, I'm going to have, or two equations, I have 2 rows. I've got a 7 here and a -7. So I need to find the inverse of A. Now I could do this old school, or I could use my online calculator. In this case, the arithmetic's kind of simple. So I'm going to go old school with this. Take the determinant and flip it. So 2 times 1 is 2. 4 times -3 is -12. 2 minus -12. That's going to be 2 plus 12. Okay. And then, oopsies. Remember, I flip or I switch the 1 and the 2, and I take the opposite. So it's 3 and -4. So I'm going to take this and multiply it times the 7 and -7. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. Since I have all integers here, I'm going to wait until after I do the multiplying of the two matrices and then multiply by the reciprocal of my determinant. So 1 times 3, or 1 times 7 is 7. 3 times -7 is -21. I'm just going to move them up to the side just a little bit because I'm going to remember I'm going to put this 1/14 from right there. Again, 1 times 7 is 7. 3 times -7. So I've got 7 minus 21. And on the bottom row, -7 times 4 is -28. And 2 times -7 is 14. So that 1/14 looked like it was going to complicate things, but it's not going to be too bad. It's down just a tad. So 1/14 of -14, and remember this is -28 and -42. So I'm going to have two answers of -1 for my X value, and then -3 for my Y value. So to write your answer, you should write it as an ordered pair. And I'm going to put that right in here. Let's make it red so it stands out. So -1 is my X value, and 3 is my Y value. You take those numbers, plug them in. Okay. Second one, it's going to go a little quicker probably if I use the online calculator. So take a moment and find your matrix, your coefficient matrix. Okay, time's up. So you need 4 numbers. I've got 1, -6, -1, and 4. Here's my 5 and negative 5. This time I'm going to use my Desmos. 1, negative 6, negative 4. Clear this out. New matrix. 1, negative 6. I forgot the last two, so I have to look them up. Negative 1 and 4. There we go. And there, take the inverse. So I'm going to take those numbers and then just multiply it by b. So I'm going to make a new matrix. Well, let's get on the new row first. That was weird. There we go. So new matrix, and this time, this is a 2 by 1, 2 rows, 1 column. So put in my 5, and then negative 5, and then simply multiply my inverse of my first matrix times my second matrix, and those are my two answers, 5 and 0. Come back here. X is 5 and Y is 0. So we have a little time because this one went kind of quick. Let's just double check, see if it works. So 5 minus 6 times 0, that equals 5, that works. And then negative 5 plus 4 times 0, that equals 5. That works. Awesome. All right, for these bigger ones, I'm gonna make a separate video because they're gonna take a little bit longer, but you got the idea. Stay tuned.